You're rising life in the Philippines, love change nation, and Bible ministry. One nation under rule, one love. Hello, my friends. This is bobbieD, and we're coming to you live from Taliban, Cebu, Philippines. Today, this is a breaking news alert. Live in the Philippines, breaking news alert, live today, live. Okay. It is not a happy day for me and millions of Americans in the world today, because we have some of our fellow Americans that were unjustly, their lives were lost. Our military men, 13 of our military Marines' lives were taken in a cowardly act over in Afghanistan. Many of you know they attacked the airport as our Marines and military men were trying to get our people out. Okay, so we weren't taking any aggressive action. However, the enemy took a very, very heinous act upon Americans. And not only did Americans lose their lives, but civilians of Afghanistan did as well. So we are mourning the American people. Flags are lowered at half-staff, commemorating and remembering the loss of the lives of our brave military men who are gone now because of a cowardly, dastardly act. Suicide bombs went off at the Kabul Airport, and they were detonated with many people around. So we're going to take a look at that today. This is our topic, as we never forget. Okay? I don't want you to forget. I'll never forget. You know, I am very happy to be an American citizen. Although you hear me say the United States of a dog, that has nothing to do with my loyalty to my country. I talk about my country because we have problems, and the problems need to be resolved. So I bring them up. I call them United States of a doggone America for a lot of reasons. But that has nothing to do with my fierce loyalty to my country and to my adherence to the rules and regulations of my country. So America is at a turning point. We still have people at the airport trying to get out, trying to get our people out. And we are in the middle of trying to obtain a deadline. A deadline. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about, I want your reaction to what happened. I'm going to give you my take on it, my reaction. I'm going to talk about what happened. And I want to talk about the current state of our nation as far as it relates to the war in Afghanistan. And we're going to talk about Biden. Did he make good judgments? Yeah. What happened, man? I thought Biden was supposed to be the man to bring us through this crisis, and getting people killed. Is that presidential? Is that what president's supposed to do? I thought he's supposed to lead us to victory and gain us freedom and establish America as the number one. Come on, man. Biden? Yeah, that's what's happening. We're going to look at that. Why is it happening? Now, these lives were not lost on somebody else's watch, ladies and gentlemen. These lives came on Joseph Biden's watch. We can't blame anybody else for the lives that were lost today. So get that straight out your mind. Okay? I know a lot of us like to play the game, the blame game. Well, it wasn't his fault. Biden wasn't. He didn't. Yeah, Biden. Mm-hmm. Who's the president? Huh? Don't play that get crazy game with me. Well, he had to do that. No, Biden allowed this to happen. His leadership caused this to happen. Okay, now we cannot blame people that were in office for what's going on right now. Okay, let's just be real. And let's just be acknowledge the truth and the facts as they are. Okay. So let's don't come on here with that. Well, you know, Biden didn't do. I don't want to hear that. Biden is in charge. The buck stops with Biden. Okay. The lives were lost on his watch. Okay. And so we're gonna look at today and find out what is really going on. I thought I want your reaction, man. You know, I got to respond. I was like, what? An attack? And these people, they knew we were trying to bring our people home. We had an agreement, man. So we're gonna look today. Okay, let's go. We on our last broadcast, live broadcast, and this what makes it so much, I guess, appropriate or critical. We talked about our troops yesterday, man. On our prior broadcast, we looked at this. You know, we talked with Markel was here, man. We had a great time. Talked about the veterans, and we talked about hopefully being in prayer for the Afghan people that are military. That was Afghan trying to get our people home, and we talked about the veterans information. A great show. This show has a heart for veterans, okay? And this show has a heart for military men, okay? So it's very hard to realize that those men are gone. Our fellow Americans, our fellow citizens are gone, but it didn't have to go that way, okay? Didn't have to be that way. So we're gonna look at why and when and where and what happened, okay? That's what we're gonna look at. Thumbnail for the day, no hocus pocus. Thumbnail, let's go. Never forget, man. Don't never forget, man, what happened on Thursday. We're not gonna forget nothing. They took some of our men out in a cowardly act. Are we supposed to forget? No, you don't forget that. We're not gonna forget. Ooh, Lord, y'all better be glad I'm not in charge. Better be glad bobbieD is not in charge of the military right now. Because I'm telling you what, Afghanistan would be hurting right about now. If I was in charge, I would, oh Lord, please. Thank you, Lord, I'm not in charge. Because if I was in charge of the military right now and my man got hurt trying to evacuate our people, it would be some retribution, okay? It would be some vengeance. I know the Lord said vengeance is mine, you know, but when they took out my military men, I was in charge of the military, I would have got me some vengeance, okay? So, you know, and it might happen, you know, but we're going to look at today. That's our thumbnail for today. No hocus pocus, just focus. Focus. What's our focus, bobbieD? You know, I got to give you a focus, right? I'm going to try to give you something because you need to know where we're going, where we're headed. What's our motive? What's our motivation? What's the route? What's the route? You know, where we're going, bobbieD? You can't take me anywhere. Let me know where we're going. I decide if I want to go. I need to give you that choice. You decide. Here we go. No hocus pocus, just focus. Yeah, man. Here it is. This is our whole focus for the show today. What happened, man? That's all we're going to look at. No, one focus. What happened? Here's what happened. Thursday, there's a deadly attack. And all of this came about just a few days before Biden's August 31st deadline to withdraw U.S. forces from Afghanistan. Okay? And this attack was claimed by ISIS-K. Yeah? The Islamic State affiliate in Afghanistan. According to the Associated Press and Reuters, the group posted a claim of responsibility on a Telegram channel through NPR has not been able to independently verify the announcement. A U.S. official confirmed to NPR that 4 U.S. Marines were among those killed, while Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby said the attacker wounded a number more U.S. troops. The Associated Press had reported that at least 60 Afghan civilians were killed and more than 140 were wounded. We have since found that there's been 13 American lives, U.S. Marines, have been taken out, okay? 13. It was 12. One was seriously injured and he passed away, okay? So this was a very dastardly, very heinous, very cowardly act that was perpetrated on our nation and on our military men. You know, they say older men declare war, but it's the youth that must fight and die. Our heart goes out to the men and the families of the men that passed away in that very cowardly attack yesterday. And my deepest condolences to those men, brave men, or women that succumbed to that dastardly attack. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all we got to talk about today. I'm gonna give you my take on it. So, okay, this is what I need to tell you. Although I voted for Biden and Kamala Harris as president of the United States of a doggone America, I had no choice. They was the nominated people. Biden was never my choice for president. Never, initially, until he got elected by the party. Kamala Harris was never my choice for vice president. I'm be honest with you, man. I just don't think she's vice president caliber. And Bobby, what you saying, baby? I'm telling you my opinion, right? Life in the Philippines, a black person's viewpoint, my viewpoint, this is my viewpoint. No, now that does not take away from my ability to follow their leadership and to respect them as leaders, okay? Because they are my leaders and they're in office, okay? But those are my personal opinions on their leadership or their style of leadership. I don't agree. Biden has a decent style, but Kamala's style of leadership is not to be, I don't like it, okay? So that being said, I still submit to them as people in authority, and I still submit to them as leaders, okay? However, I was never a proponent of Biden's foreign policy procedures and his foreign policy plans. Okay? He's never been my person for foreign policy. Domestically, A1. Okay, foreign national, no, he's never had it. So now we say, well, what happened? bobbieD? Biden got us into this thing, and now we're being told by the Taliban what to do, when to do, how to do it, and they're kicking us out the country. We gotta go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go way back. Okay, who got us in this situation in the first place? Biden was handed a rough deck, man. He was handed a bad deck, bad deck of cards, and he was stuck between a rock and a hard place as it pertains to Afghanistan. The prior administration negotiated a withdrawal with the Taliban. They went so far as to have the Taliban meet with them. Okay, Taliban officials, they had scheduled the Taliban officials to meet with them in the White House, the prior administration, not the current. And then they negotiated a withdrawal that the United States would surrender, and that surrender would take place in May. Okay, May 30th, I think it was May 30th to be exact. Anyway, and so this was handed to Joe Biden. Our prior administration already turned it in. He said, look, we done with this. We're gonna get them out there and give it to the Taliban. Okay, so he was stuck. He had an agreement that was signed, sealed, and delivered by the prior administration. He had two choices: honor the agreement or not honor the agreement. Not honoring the agreement would cause more problems than honoring the agreement. I mean, and I could go on down a list of what the problems would be, but I don't waste all the time. So he was actually cornered into a situation, and he had to withdraw. Okay, that's because of the prior administration agreed to withdraw our troops, and so that's what happened. Now, here's where Biden, in my opinion, dropped the ball. Okay, he proceeded to pull our troops out. Okay, pull them out. All the troops, almost all the troops out of Afghanistan before he got our people, our non-military, our civilians out. We have about approximately 65,000 non-military people in Afghanistan. And that was a big, huge mistake. Why did he do that, Bobby? He did that because he felt that Afghanistan had enough guts to fight the Taliban. But as we see, Afghanistan's, many of them are weak and they didn't want to fight. Now, my question is, why would we put our troops in the country that couldn't even fight for their own freedom? We had our men going over there dying, fighting and dying for them for 20 years. We turned it over to them after training them, after giving them ammunition, guns, all kind of material resources to fight, and they refused to fight. Okay? Why did we do that for 20 years? That's my big question. Why? And the next thing is this, I guess let's go back to this question. Why would Biden put in place orders to remove our military prior to having and still having our people there? Because he thought the Afghans would fight. But I don't really buy that, man, because we have too many American intelligence people on the ground, and they knew they had an idea. I'm sure they had an idea that the Afghans were cowardly. They wouldn't fight. So I'm sure Biden may have had that in his mind as well. I don't know what happened. But where he dropped the ball, in my opinion, was pulling out our troops first before pulling out the civilians. Okay, so that's his error. In my opinion, that error belongs to him. That is an unforced error on Joseph Biden's part. Okay, now you say, well, why are you blaming Biden? He's just the president. Yeah, the buck stops with him. He's the leader. Okay, the blame always goes to the top. Okay. Come from the top down because he is in charge. He sets the rules, the regulations, the guidelines, the policy, and he's in charge of the United States military. Okay, Biden is squarely at fault. Okay, yeah. So far, this could have been avoided if he had done the right and manageable thing, was to get our people out first. But now let's go beyond that. We understand that's one fault. Okay, but let's go beyond that. Okay. So it was Biden's fault. However, he has an opportunity. He had an opportunity and still has in some degree to still get it right. If he continues to pull our people out by the 31st deadline, that's a good thing. Okay. So if he can do that, everything will still be okay, but we still got lives gone. And nobody gonna forget that. That's why he said in his speech, never forget. Okay. So Biden, we are holding you to what you said in your speech, your presidential speech, regarding the demise of the 13 military men. Never forget. And we're not going to forget you, Biden. You got 13 military men killed. Okay? I ain't no other word to put in there. Trying to be nice, but they were killed because of your orders, under your command, Joseph Biden. And you think we're going to forget that? Nah, I ain't going to forget that, man. You made that mistake, Mr. President. You can't put this on Orange Man. This is in your hand. This is in your ballpark. You made that decision. And you're going to have to live with that you caused a 13 military men gone. Because you didn't make you didn't make the right. Okay, that's your fault, Biden. But we have to move on even further than that. Let's continue the mission. The mission is not completed yet. By the 31st of August, we need all of our people out, okay? Let's complete that, Joseph Biden. Let's complete that, Mr. President. And if we could do that successfully, then you will have redeemed yourself to some degree, but not every degree. I want to let you listen to Joseph Biden as he talked about the tragedy of our men that were lost. Got a real small clip for you to listen to as he says, we will not forget. Here we go.
To those who carried out this attack, as well as anyone who wishes America harm, know this: we will not forgive. We will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay. I will defend our interests and our people with every measure at my command.
All right. You hear what he said? We will not forget. I'm not going to forget. And I hope you don't forget, Joseph Biden. Don't not be I don't want to say that word. Don't be easy. After we get our people out, do not be easy on the Afghanistan, whatever the ISIS-K, whatever they call themselves. ISIS-K is a split-off group from the Taliban. They're terrible. They're bad. They're worse than the Taliban. The Taliban is terrible. They're more fierce and terrible than the Taliban. But anyway, do not forget, man. When we get our people, this is my opinion. Once we get all of our people out of that country, out of that God-forsaken country, we need to bomb them. Yeah, you heard me right. Bomb them. That's my opinion. That's my personal viewpoint. Because they took lives unnecessarily. Bomb that Kabul airport. Bomb it to the ground. Burn it down. Bomb it, man. That's my opinion. Bomb that airport. That'll show them that we not forget. We didn't forget, and we will never forget the dirt you did to our men. We trying to get our people out. We're not bothering nobody. All we want to do is get out the way. That's all. And you put a suicide bomb on us, you got to pay. And Joe Biden, I want you to make sure you remember what you said. You will never forget, right? You will not forget. Let's see what you do. You talk a whole lot of game, Joe. But let's see how you back that up, okay? And that's going to determine whether I continue to have a modicum of support and respect for you. And that's going to determine a whole lot as it pertains to my opinion of you, Joe. I still respect you. I still think you're a good leader. But I need you to follow through on this one. They had no business taking out our men, okay? We weren't bothering nobody. We were trying to get our people out safely. That's all we were doing, man. And they, let's go. That's all I got for you, man. It's a very terrible thing that happened. And the rest of this broadcast, we're going to just look at your responses. Ride Train Little Book, we be out. I don't even want to sing a song today. Let's go straight. Find out who's up in this house today. Ride Train with bobbieD, at least do One Nation. We're not doing no two, none of that stuff because it ain't time. It's not appropriate. Let's go. Who we got in this house today? Ride Train with bobbieD, at least do One Nation under a groove. Who we got? Rhythm Goes. What's up, man? Say number one. Hey, man, you did it, man. So good to see you, man. I'm not in the best mood, man, because they did some things that I don't like to our military, man. It was cowardly, dirty, low down, and I'll never forget. And I hope Joe Biden don't forget. And thank God you're number one today, James. We're not gonna forget about you either, man. You made it. You did your thing right, tight, long, strong. You made it in your mind that you're gonna be number one, and you did that thing right, man. Good to see you. James coming to us from Chi-Town, where the hawk always kicks butt, but right now it's burning up out there. I know it is, man. This is August, and it's hot in Chi-Town in the summertime. Good to see you. Hey, y'all, give his prop, man. He made it. He is the number one honcho in his house for the day. Let's go, Ride Train, bobbieD, DC, One Nation. Smooth sound. What's up, Smooth? How you doing, my brother? What's up, man? He said, why you cheered? Okay. Smooth, man. I told you, Smooth, you in the number 2 spot again, man. What's wrong with you? Smooth, man. You lit this, you own this. You gonna be owning this spot, man. You want to be, do you really want to be known as the number 2 man on the show? Come on, Smooth. Let's get out this spot. Now, you was here yesterday. Don't let me see you tomorrow now. Come on, Smooth. Let's go, man. Hey, Smooth, you know what I got to do. At least the other day, do wash your clothes. She can't tell you. So I got to do her job. Smooth, on behalf of the Love Train Nation, One Nation under a groove, one love. Number 2, jump on. So good to see you. So Ride Train, bobbieD, at least One Nation under a groove. Who we got? Derek Robinson. What's up, D? D, how you doing, man? Derek is out here with me, y'all. I forgot what city he's in. But he's out in the Philippines, living the life, man. Derek got a lady, man. They supposed to be getting married. How you doing, Derek? He said, hello there, young man. How are you doing? Hey, Derek, I'm doing good, man. So good to see you, man. Derek's a blessed man. He loves the Lord. He got a nice lady out there, a nice place to live. He's living his best life, and the rest of his life is going to be here in the Philippines, just like me. I like to see people like Derek, man. They make a change in their lives. And sometimes, in order for you to make a change in your life, you have to cut some cords, right? Yeah. And when you cut the cords, sometimes it can be very traumatic. Sometimes it can be very difficult. But you're cutting cords from the past. Your loved ones, your family, your friends, your children, you got to cut it. Temporarily, at least, because you're moving away. So when you make a change to move to the Philippines, you got to cut some cords, man. And I know it's hard for people, especially the mama boys out there. Well, I don't want to leave my mama. You got 2 choices, man. Leave your mama, come to the Philippines, start a new life, or stay there and be a boy like you've been all your life. Let's go, Roger Bobby. Good to see you there. Roger Bobby, who we got? Michael El Negrito. What's up, brother? How you doing? What's up? He said, salute coming to us from Facebook. Facebook is where you can read us as well, y'all. Hey, we coming to you on, we have a dual broadcast every time we come live. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, we also have LinkedIn. But the problem with LinkedIn, I can do that, but I have to put in one hour and a half in advance. And I sometimes just don't have time to do it that far in advance. So that's why but I would try to get LinkedIn more. But we have three at one time, but today we want to have the, Michael, he's a salute. Thank you so much, brother. So good salute to you. Michael's a veteran. And Michael came to us from Markel show. Michael's a veteran man, and he travels. He's a world traveler as well. I think last time I talked to Michael, he was out there in Cancun, some part of Mexico. He's all over the world, man. And it hurts him just like it does me when he see our military men being taken out for no doggone reason. You know what I'm saying? We need to get this. We need to get them back. I'm like this, man. Don't mess with me. And I'm not going to mess with you. But if you mess with me, I'm going to try my best to take you out. My mama said, Bobby, don't start nothing, son, and it won't be nothing. They started this stuff. It's going to be something. If I had anything to do with it. Round train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation, who we got? Smooth, we said, number 2 again. Woe is me. Sorry about that, too. Hey. You're doing it to yourself, brother. You got to get out of that. And I told you, you made number 1 the other day, right? Right, Smooth? You was number 1. You had the number 1 mentality. So let's tell you know what? Move. I'm going to diagnose you right on this show right now. Look here, man. Get your mind right, okay? Be consistent. When you're consistent, you will perform at a consistent level. Right now, you're showing me that your level is you're inconsistent. You're inconsistent with your level of performance of trying to get on this show. Oh, that may seem trivial, but it's the truth. Yep, and it's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing right with it. It is just a mere observation. So don't take it the wrong way, Smooth. Take it the right way. Say, okay, Bobby, I see what you're saying, man. I'm gonna try to do better. That's all you can do. And people, that's the problem with me. I say things blunt. I'm very blunt. My opinions, and people get like, well, you had to say that to me, Bobby, and they get mad. Don't get mad. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm trying to help you, man. Because if I help you in one area, that area that I help you with, you can transfer to another area of your life, and you go up and not down, and you'll be doing another inconsistent. You're gonna stop there. You'll be at a level of performance, and you'll stay there, and then you start moving up. Okay? That's all. I'm looking out for your best interest, brother. Let's go. I'm tired of seeing you know Ryan Train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got? Michael the Grito. He said, peace. Yeah, man, prayer. Yeah, be in prayer for the people that lost their lives, their families. 13 Marines, Gyrenes were taken out. And it's a sad day in America. The flags are flying at half staff in the United States Capitol. And it should be at every state should be having their flags at half staff in remembrance of those men that lost, those brave military men that lost their lives unnecessarily in the pursuit of bringing our people home. Okay, so this is never going to be forgotten, and you should never forget this either. None of you should. If you're in America, this was an attack. You say, well, Bobby, it had nothing to do with me. Yes, it did. Are you American or not? If you're American, this is an attack on every American, not just on those men. Our nation, this was an attack on our nation. And if you were part of America, this will attack on you as well. And take it the same way I'm taking. When somebody come to my house and kick my door in and try to take me out, I'm supposed to sit there and say, okay, now I'm going to get everything I got inside. I ain't that big and I ain't that strong. But you think I'm going down easy? No, I'm going to fight back. And America need to, when we get out that country, hey, let's give them the business. Ride the train, Bobby Lisi, one. Oh, we got Terry Fleming. He said, the Taliban. Yeah, Taliban, man. Taliban, kiss my grits. And y'all know what I want to say. Sorry, man, but that's the way I feel. They can kiss my grits. Okay? They took out 13 men. Military men, they have lives, they have families, they have children, they have mother, their daughter, sister, brother, and they took them out like that for no reason. Okay? Cowards. I could see if they were fighting each other, they was in war. There's nothing lost in war. If you fight me and we in war, that's expected. But they weren't fighting them. They were just trying to help our people get on the plane and get people. out of the country. Dirty, low down, rotten. Ooh, Lord. No, don't get me started about them. We need to, if I was Biden, man, y'all better be glad I'm not the commander-in-chief. Y'all better be glad. Because you know what I do right now? I would send a brigade down there, man, a battalion, 5 or 10 airplanes full, and say, do it again. Let me see you do it again. When I got my people out, oh Lord, that country would not be on the face of this earth. I would like, get them. Tell them, now how you like me now? How you like the United States of America now? That's what I would do, man. I don't play. You took lives. Men that were dedicated to this country, and you took them out like they were nothing. That don't work with me. Let's go. Who we got? Michael and the Grito. What's up? He said, my brother, what's up? What's up, brother? Hey, I had a good time with you, Michael, man. Michael was on that Zoom call. And speaking of the Zoom call, I'm not sure we're going to do the Zoom call this month. We got a lot of things going on. We may, if we can get to it, we can. But we will definitely get it next month if we don't do it this month, ladies and gentlemen. Zoom, for those of you that do or do not know, Zoom is where we meet and greet each other face to face. And because y'all can see me. Y'all see my Georgia Dome every day, but I don't see yours, So I get a chance to see you. And we get a chance to talk one-on-one, Because right now, you can't talk right back to me. You can write something, right? But you can't talk back to me when I'm talking to you. So it gives you an opportunity to talk to me face to face, and we get a dynamic conversation going on, And it's fun, man. I like to meet people, especially the people that's part of the train. And I hope y'all like to meet me too. I hope so. There you go. Roger, everybody. Who we got? Paul. What's up, Paul? He said, what's going on, Bobby? Hey, what's up? Hey, man, we doing good, man. We're just trying to reflect on the loss of 13 people, military men that was lost, lives were lost in Afghanistan and Kabul Airport that should not have been lost. And it's based on several reasons. One is the leadership. Leadership made an error in judgment. And that's just a part of life. People are not perfect. But Joe Biden going to have to remember this. And I wanted to remember that he needs to get those people that took these men's lives out. Okay. And if you got to bomb the country to get them, bomb the country. That's my opinion. Y'all about to you wrong, man. Why he got to bomb the whole country just because a few people did that? Why he got to do that? Because that's the way you get them back. Yeah, you can't go back in they can't go back in their country and investigate, right? Can they go? You think the Taliban gonna say, okay, United States, come on back in and investigate and find out who did it? You think they can do that? Nah. So we do the next best thing we can. Bomb. After we get our people out. Ryan Train bobbieD, who we got? Terry Fleming. He's a Taliban of suicide bombers. It's what they do. And Biden didn't get them killed. Trump was the one who removed the soldiers out of the Middle East. Okay. Good point. Trump is the one that removed the soldiers out of the Middle East. He started the whole ball game. I talked a little bit about that before in my opening statement. A lot of this was handed down to Biden. He was put in a position between a rock and a hard place. Trump negotiated the withdrawal of the United States in Afghanistan. He had a signed agreement. They were supposed to withdraw in May. Biden came in and said, no, we're not going to do that. And he thought about either continuing on the fight in Afghanistan or withdraw. So when he debated, and if you look at it, if he had canceled that withdrawal, it would have been a whole lot more lives lost, man. I'm serious. So he had to go through. He had no choice. Biden had to do what prior administration did. If he had backed out, it would have been worse than what it is right now. So you're right to a certain degree. However, and this is a big however, Biden made the withdrawal plan on August 31st. He put that deadline. Okay? He did that. Trump didn't do that. Orange Man didn't do that. Biden did that. So, and Biden, he's commander-in-chief, right? Commander-in-military. Biden is the one that pulled out the troops, our American troops, prior to getting our people out, the civilians out. Biden did that. Orange Man had nothing to do with that. Okay? So let's give credit where credit is due. Biden is the commander-in-chief that allowed, that made the commands that got 13 men killed. Okay, I'm not saying he directly did that, but because of his decision to pull the military out before the civilians, and then go back and put 3,000 military just to get the civilians out, that was bad planning, man. And Biden can do better than that. Biden makes better decisions than that. I don't know why it happened. And all the people around him should have given him the right advice to get the people out first. So that was his major error, in my opinion. You're correct. Orange Man started this whole process, but Biden inherited something, and he could have done a better job. Okay, I'm still a Biden person. I think he's doing a good job overall. I never was fond of his. I never was had support for much of his foreign policy. However, he overall, I think he. Well, I know he's better than Orange Man any day, but he made a mistake, man. And you know, I love his campaign. I love his camp. You know, I love his attitude. It's positive, but the decision to pull out our troops prior to the American civilians in Afghanistan was a blunder. And you'll never forget. No people, a lot of people are not going to forget that, man. They're not going to forget that. So yeah, he inherited it, but it's up to him now to do the right thing. Let's go around and tell you about who we got. Smooth, what's up, man? He said Trump is the one who said we will be out by yes, Biden has something. Yeah, Trump. You know, you blame all. You cannot listen. Let me tell you something, you guys. You cannot blame Orange Man for what happened today. Okay, what happened today? Orange Man is no longer in office. So don't come here talking about, well, Orange Man did that. No, Orange Man. No. This was on Biden's watch. You hear me? Joseph Biden allowed 13 men, military men, to be bombed by suicide bomb, all because he made a mistake. He pulled out the American military prior to pulling out the civilians, American civilians. And the reason why he is saying that he pulled American civilians out, military out first, was because he thought the Afghanistan was going to fight for their nation. And I don't buy that. Y'all can sit up here and buy that all you want. I don't buy that. We have too many U.S. intelligence kind of officers in there, and they know they've been with that. You've been with that country 20 years. You would know whether they're going to fight or whether they're going to run. Okay? If I've been with somebody 20 years, man, let's say I had a lady for 20 years, right? And they come into a situation where we had to fight or run. I would know whether that lady would have a tendency to run or fight. I would know what she was going to do, and she would know what I'm going to do. Okay, so don't tell me, yeah, Trump did, Orange Man did some stuff, but Biden made a terrible error in judgment in pulling our troops out prior to getting the civilians out. Now he has an opportunity to correct it. Okay, if he successfully get everybody else out before the 31st deadline. Okay, but that's on him. That's on his watch. Okay, Orange Man, yeah, Orange Man laid the groundwork for this whole situation. But as far as our men being taken out, this was on the watch of Joseph Biden. And you know, I'm not saying everybody makes mistakes, but when you are president, the least little tiniest mistake you make can cause lives to be lost. And now Joseph Biden will have to deal with that for the rest of his term as the United States president. Okay, and everybody else in America has to deal with this mistake. You know, so here's the thing: anybody can make a mistake. Okay, I'm not saying, and please, ladies and gentlemen, don't let this one mistake characterize his whole presidency, because it doesn't. It's just an incident that does not look favorable to him. He made a mistake, and let's acknowledge that. Okay. And that's his mistake. So hopefully he can correct this. He can do the best he can and make a better situation and get these people out. Let's go around talking about who we got. John, Tom Big John and Hell Big John. What's up, Big John? He said that is what terrorists do. Attack when your defense is down or unarmed people. Yes, they're cowards. That's what they're called, terrorists. Because they get you when you least expect it, and you're full of terror. You know, like somebody you walking down the street, and all of a sudden somebody come up on the back of you and try to stab you. They're backstabbers. They're terrorists. You know, they take advantage of people's when the guards are down, the defenses are down, and they don't expect it. They get you when you least expect. But you know, here's the thing, John. America and Biden and our CIA intelligence agency, they knew of an impending attack by ISIS-K. They knew it. Okay? So the next question is, if you know they're getting ready to do something, why aren't you taking special precautions? Why aren't you making sure barricades are way, way, way away from the airport? Why? You know what I'm saying? All of these mistakes are not on Orange Man's watch. These mistakes that I'm talking about in this particular instance is on this watch of Joseph Biden. You cannot get around that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to cover up for Joseph. You know, I like Joseph Biden. I think he's a good president so far. His foreign policy, again, is suspect to me. However, overall, I think Joseph Biden is doing a good job. However, he made a blunder. And let's just own up to it. He made a mistake. 13 men have lost their lives because it's a silly mistake he made. Okay? Let's go, Ron Turn, Bobby Lee, One Nation Under Group. Paul, what's up, man? He said, I think Biden should have had our people and the Afghanistan people who helped us get out before the rapidly moved. Yes, I agree with you 1,000%. That would be if I was the president, man, and you know, hindsight is 2020, right? But I know me. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always planning, okay? And for Biden, I can't understand, you know, CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, they know a lot of stuff you even think about knowing. They know. We've been with the Afghanistan for people for 20 years. They know those people is cowards. You tell me somebody didn't tell Biden that? Are you seriously telling me that the CIA did not give him a time of intelligence report saying these people are not capable of protecting their nation? No, I know. I don't say no, but I would suspect that he got a report saying that they weren't capable, but he just overrid that. You know, these people are cowards. We should have never been in there. You know, trying to help these people, they couldn't help themselves like that, and they won't fight for their own nation. Now, I'm glad we're out of there. I'm glad we're getting out, and I hope Biden gets the chance to pull us out correctly with no more violence, no more attacks. Let's go, Ron Train, Bobby. Who we got? Paul. He said, so many lives lost, we can't forget. No, we will never forget this. And I'm holding Biden to that. Y'all heard what he said in his little speech, right? Not forget. We will not. Let's see, Biden. You know, a lot of them talk their trash, and then they just forget because they get scared. I don't forget that. You know, when we get our people out, let's show them we ain't forgot. Bomb them. Bomb that air. I will bomb every airport they got. Every major road, every major communication system, I would put a barricade around that country for 30 days to let them know we don't like what you did. That's what I would do if I was president. What about you? Ron Train, Bobby, who we got? Jerry Fleming. We have 2,000 Americans over there, and they are surrounded by 75,000 fighters. Yeah, they're surrounded by 70. That's right. So we in between a rock and a hard place. They got to get them people out. All right, and that means that Biden may have to send what? More troops over there. That wasn't enough when he pulled 3. I think he said what? 2,000. I think it was 3,000. Anyway, that's not enough people. We're surrounded by enemy. However, that don't mean we weak, or does it? Even though we're surrounded by enemy, we still strong. We got people that we can pull in there tomorrow. We got troops that we can pull in there tomorrow and get them. Okay, so even though we're surrounded by a lot of people, it's bad. We still strong. I'm saying this: do not do any crazy stuff, Biden, right now. Hold your horses, Biden, until we get our people out. Once we get our people out, then let's show them how strong we are. Let's show them we will not forget. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, who we got? What's up? What's up? Thanks so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation. Appreciate that, man. Rain Man in the house. Rain Man coming. Rain Man coming. Rain Man coming. And thanks so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation, man. I appreciate that, man. We got to do a job, ride for Terry. We got to do damn Terry Flynn, Ride Train, Bobby Lee, One Nation, Under Groove. Who we got, man? I'm looking for a good dancer today. I need somebody can do it right, tight, long, strong. Who we got in this place today? Come on now. Come on, Jerome. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
military. Fleming for the donation to the nation. More blessings. Much love. Thank you so much, my brother from the Martha. Brother James Bobby Lizzie. One nation under groove. Who we got? John Thomas, Big John, and Hal Big John, JT. He said, I will always remember 9/11. Beirut, Lebanon, bombing of Marines, bombing in Oklahoma, burning of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, a lot of Saturday. Yeah, we have received a lot of attacks by people that don't like this nation, and from people that are residents of this, and people that are countrymen, our fellow countrymen. There's a lot of international attacks we receive, and there's a lot of domestic attacks, people from our own country. Yeah, Oklahoma City, the guy was crazy, man. Yeah, he bombed people, his own nation. He's gone now. I think he put the death penalty on him, rightfully so. But this nation is always having trouble. It's from people to come against us, but we always have the ability to do what? Bounce back, and we bounce back strong. We come back strong. There's not been a 9/11 since 9/11, and I'm praying that there will never be another one, because we have intelligence agencies all over the world trying to figure out who's doing what. And I know they're taking advantage. They're looking at this ISIS-K right now and see how bad it is. But you know what? Just like Biden said, man, never forget. We haven't forgot Lebanon. We haven't forgot Oklahoma City. We haven't forgot Beirut. We haven't forgot Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street, right? You guys know, well, Black Wall Street, they weren't there in Oklahoma. They had a group of Black African-American people that were very, very successful. They had more money than many, many whites. Okay? Very, very. And they, white people got mad, man. And they burned them down. They burned all the businesses. They beat up people, lynched people, all of that. That's what's called the burning of Black Wall Street. Okay. So we ain't forgot that. They were Americans too. They were African Americans, but they were Americans. Okay. That was an attack. That was the domestic terrorist attack. You think it wasn't? That was the ingrown domestic terrorist attack on our nation. Americans against Americans. You said, well, they were Black Americans. No, we just as American as the white Americans. Don't play with me. It's not about our color. It's about our nationality, who we align ourselves with as a nation, where we were born. Okay. So yeah, we haven't forgot that stuff, John. And we're always remembering how people come against those that are in power. And that's what happens, man. We are leaders. When you're on top, you're number one, everybody and their mama gonna come after you. And that's what happens, man, because we lead. So we expect that will happen again, but we're going to bounce back always, because that's what we as Americans do. Ryan Train, Bobby, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, Orange Man made the deadline deal with the Taliban. Orange Man gave Afghanistan to the Taliban. Okay, I'm going to break your statement down, Terry Fleming. All right, number one, he said, Orange Man made the deadline with the Taliban. Okay, correct. He made a deal with them that he would withdraw from, that America would withdraw from Afghanistan after 20 years. He made it. They had an official agreement. He met with the Taliban and they signed that up. And it was the guy with the Secretary of State, then the big guy, I forgot his name. They met and they signed the agreement. Okay, they met with Taliban. Okay, so he set that part of it up. No doubt about it. You're correct, 100% correct on that. Okay. But that's in the past. That's not right now. That is in the past. That happened, almost 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, last year. Okay, that happened last year or year before. Okay, so that's not happening. We're looking at stuff current. All right, so that's the first part of your statement is 1,000% correct. All right, let's look at the second part. He said, Trump made a deadline deal with, okay, Orange Man gave Afghanistan to the Taliban. Okay, I think that's partly correct. When he made the agreement to withdraw from Afghanistan, yes, that agreement locked us in a withdrawal time frame. However, Joseph Biden did not have to agree to that agreement. Okay, he didn't. That was not his policy. That was not Joseph. Joseph Biden didn't make that agreement. We just verified by the first part of your statement. We just verified there. Joseph Biden, Orange Man made that agreement to pull out. Okay, so Joseph Biden had a choice. When he became president, he said, well, look here, we're not going to abide by that. We need to stay in Afghanistan. We got so many people there. We need to stay. He said, no, he didn't do that. He said, if I pull out of Afghanistan, it's gonna be some terror. But if I don't pull out of Afghanistan, we're gonna drain our budget and we're gonna continue for another 20, 10, 15 years dealing with these people that don't want to help themselves, and we done train them and they have no courage to fight. And so now I'm tired of seeing my men, my people get killed for these people. We got to get out. So Joe Biden made that decision to get out. Okay. And I think that, in my opinion, I think Joe Biden made the correct decision to get out. Okay. Because he was put in a position that I keep saying, between a rock and a hard place. He had to continue with. But again, first party statement is correct. Orange Man made the initial agreement to pull us out. The Taliban accepted this agreement. Joe Biden had a choice as a new incoming president to agree with it, continue with this, of the plan that Orange Man had made, or disagree. So when I think when he made up his mind whether to pull out or stay, the fact that people dying, the money we putting into the country, we saw there was no benefit. And we had accomplished everything we needed to accomplish as far as getting retribution to the Taliban. But those of you that don't know, the Taliban are the ones that they did 9/11 on us. That's why we invaded that country, because they were in charge of that country and they're setting up terrorist actions towards the United States. So that's the initial reason. Bush, you remember George Bush? He put us in there. He put us in there for 20 years. And then after Bush, Obama, yeah, your boy Obama. That's my boy too. But yeah, Obama continued for 10 years, you know? So we got to look at not just what Biden is doing here. We got to look at prior administration. When you say Orange Man gave it to us and Orange Man did it. Yeah, Orange Man had a part in it, but Biden, if you want to look at it, you want to be truth be told, you got to go back before Biden, before Orange Man, before Obama. It all started with who? Bush. And this the guy that believed in the weapon of mass destruction, and there wasn't no weapon of mass destruction. He believed a lie because he wanted to invade the countries. I think Bush thought that he was gonna get oil and all that. We're gonna be the big boy out there. Nah, he got us in the world of H. That's what he did. And be honest with you, man, when we're dealing with this war that we're in the Middle East, it is a different type of war. It is a different type of warfare. It is not conventional warfare as the United States was used to. That's why we never, we've won some battles and we've never won those wars out there, because the warfare there in those countries are different from what we're used to. And that's why in Afghanistan, they're different out there too. We bomb. You know what the Afghanistan people do, the Taliban do? They go in them caves out in the mountain and they go like 100 feet down. So when they get through, let me know, I'm watching TV. And then they go get back up and say, they done now. Okay, let's go get our weapons and shoot them again. Because it's a different type of warfare, man. And that's why it lasted for 20 years. The Taliban knew how to deal with it. They go in the mountains and hide till the bombing's done. And when the bomb is over with, they say, okay, boys, let's go. Saddle up. We got some more. We're going to do some more sniping on them just because they bombed us for a whole day. We're going to snipe every one of them. Hey, it's a different type of warfare. And the United States has never adjusted to that type of warfare successfully. Okay. And it's hard to deal with that type of warfare. And until we adjust to that, if we ever have to go back over there again or somebody else, it's going to be the same old story. Yeah. It's going to be the same, because the Taliban has shown the world how to defeat the United States of the doggone America. Okay. Let's go, Ron Train. Who we got? Paul, what's up, man? He said, all the ones who fought there are now wondering, what was it all for really is the key. Question all for nothing, because, end result of 20 years was the Taliban took over again. Yeah. Basically, what Paul is saying is that we was over there for 20 years. We ain't got nothing to show for it. Nothing positive. We got a lot of body bags. 20 years worth of body bags. What else we got? Can somebody name something else we got out of that for 20 years? Crickets. Silence. That's what we got. Nothing. And well, I'll take it back. We did get a modicum of respect because we helped the nation try to be democratic. We helped them elect the president and helped them to elect the democratic government, form of government. However, If you look back at the history of Afghanistan, they were never a nation as we know what of a nation is. They were always a tribal, a group of tribal nation or tribal people, tribes that came together. They had never had a form of nation. And so Afghanistan became a nation after we helped them get elected officials, president, all like that. So what they're doing now is they're going back to the tribal ways. And the Taliban said, well, we don't want to be no tribal ways again. We're trying to be a real nation, so we're going to let y'all go. And it's going to be the same thing, okay? They'll never be, and that's why they're so brutal. That's why they're so brutal. And they decapitate people and all kinds of, they tribal. They don't believe in, what's this thing about, when the war of Geneva Convention on warfare, you got to treat your prisoners humanely and stuff. They don't believe in that because they're not a nation. They just tribal people. That's why they're so brutal. And people don't, well, dog, they can treat them better than that. They don't care. They do their own people dirty like that. Round train, bobbieD, we got John Thomas. What's up, John? He said, if the Taliban is shown shaking hands with ISIS or Al Qaeda, if I was president, I would cause a Hiroshima to Kandahar, and if not, surrender Nagasaki to Kabul. Yeah, I get you, man. I get you. I'm on that. I'm on that same wavelength. I'm on that same wavelength, John. I said, bomb them, baby. You know what I'm saying? When we get when we get all our people out, bomb them. Okay? Until that planet is gone off this earth. Bomb that planet. But you know what? Bombing might hurt them for a little while. But like I just told y'all a few minutes ago, you know what they do when we bomb them? They go down their little tunnel. In the mountains. They got tunnels all everywhere. Hey, they finish bombing out. Yeah, they finish. All right, let go. So, but still, I would bomb them. That's the only thing we can do. What else can we do? We can hold their money up. They have finances here, guys. And we have suspended, I think we suspended $450 million that they had in finances here. We suspended that. And the World Bank has stopped them from doing any business. So they're not going to get any business by doing these dastardly acts like that. And the world is looking at them and they're going to hold them accountable. Not only were the United States in that country for 20 years, but Britain, various other countries were there as well. Okay, and still have to get people out as well. Ride train by the DC, who we got? Miguel Nel Negrito. What's up, Miguel? He said, exactly, man. Michael El Negrito. He said, exactly, man.
That's loving freedom.
I know that's loving freedom. Loving freedom. You all right, man? So good to say. I told him he was on. I remember I told you he was on the Zoom call with us, Lizzie. Yeah, we had a good time, man. Hey, man, you missed Markel yesterday, Michael. Where you been, man? You missed Markel. Markel is your guy, and you missed him. Every Thursday, El Negrito, we're going to have Markel on here, okay? Don't miss him next Thursday now. Let's go. Round train by who we got? Paul, he said exactly right. Why Afghanistan soldiers be such cowards, run off even the president flee like cowards. We give them so much help, so much money spent, but the error was Biden pulling out without evacuation. That is my point, exactly. We helped this country for 20 years. We give them not billions, guys, trillions of dollars, okay? If you was in Afghanistan, you would have been happy with the USA there, especially if you live in Kabul. Kabul is the nicest capital. It's the nicest city in Afghanistan, And so I had a buddy that went to Afghanistan. When it was a war out there, he was doing PC work. He had a huge contract. He would get like 100,000, I think, or 10,000 a month. He was living good, living large. So a lot of people are going to be hurt by this financially. So because they were living large of contract and stuff. But hey, it's time to move. And America is pushing all those dollars out there. So, but it's time to move. We gave them people trillions, man, trillions and billions. And they couldn't even fight for a month. They just gave up. They dropped their weapons and said, we out. Peace, y'all. And you know what the Taliban did to them? Even after they dropped their weapons, you know what the Taliban did? You would think that the Taliban would say, okay, we all right now. Y'all our brothers. We love you. No, they shot them. They still killed them. They dropped their weapons and said, we give up. They still shot. I'm telling you, man, Taliban, ISIS-K are some dirty, low-down people. And when we get our people out, we need to do them we need to do some damage on it. Let's go, round trip. Who we got? Smooth. What's up, man? It's the people who helped us should have been pulled out for. I think you're right. You're right. The people there helped us for 20 years. They did the language interpretation and many other administrative things that they did while they helped the United States while they were in Kabul. Those people were loyal and faithful to us for 20 years, and we should put a priority on getting them out, as well as our Americans who were there as well. And then they had several Filipinos. It was like 136 Filipinos over there. Philippines. I could say this about the Philippines. They sent a plane over there and they got most of them out. There's only like a few of them left. And one of the Filipino ladies, she's a doctor. She said she's not leaving because she wants to help the people that are sick there and they need her services. But Philippines did their thing. They got their people out. I think they got a few left over there and trying to get them out. But most of the Filipinos out. We should have pulled our people out first. That is the major blunder that Joe Biden has to deal with. And he still has an opportunity to get it, I don't say corrected all the way, but to make it look decent by not getting nobody else hurt and pulling everybody out by the 31st. That's this goal, and that should be every goal, everybody in America goal of making sure our people get out first, and we should be praying for our nation. Ryan Train Bobby, who we got? Paul, he said, of our civilians, our Afghanistan allies who helped us, then he should have removed them, not like this. He dropped the ball on this one. Cost good soldiers their lives. He doesn't have a thing to say, yeah, he dropped the ball. But you know what, man? It was his error. It was an unforced error on his part. But we don't know how he came to the decision to bring our troops out first rather than the American civilians out first. I don't know how he came to that decision. I'm sure I would like to think that maybe he had a report or something to say that the Afghanistans will fight. And then that's why he came to that decision. Well, I would like to think that. But if he got a report that said they're not going to fight and he overlooked that source, he's wrong. He's the one. It's fully on him that way. But that was a huge error, man. And lives have lost. People are hurting. But you know what, man? It's gonna be okay, man. You cannot say anything about the lives that were lost. They're gone when they're not coming back. Okay. But we can do something about the people that are here, the people that are left in that airport. We can get the rest of them out safely. That's the goal from this point forward. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Paul. He said, never forget that he needs to push hard for this. You can't mess with the USA. Get away with it. Don't back down. They need a message. Yeah, they need a message, man. And they need a message sent across to them very, very strong and very, very hard. And the message is, this is the United States of America. You never kill our people and don't expect us to retaliate and to fight you back and to hunt you down. Just like Joe Biden said, we will hunt you down and we will never forget. Okay, let's go. And I'm telling you, everybody out there, never forget those men and women that died, 13 of them, man. They gone. And they wasn't doing nothing but their job. Their job was just to get the people out. That's all they were. They weren't shooting nobody. They weren't harassing them. Just help people out. Get them out. And they killed dirty cowards. Let's go around chat. Who we got? Xander, man, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All my Blue Angels in the house said, hoorah. All my angels in the house said, hoorah. All my members in the house said, raw. Everybody hit the like button from one time. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's get that like button. Let's go. Right here. Who we got? Xander, he's about to be in lead. Let's go. Hey, let's go, man. Let's do the thing right here. Long strong. Y'all with me, G? Are you with me? Let's go. Right here. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, Bobby, we are trying to end this forever war we shouldn't send. Yeah, we are trying to end a war that should have never happened because George Bush made an error in his decision, and he sent people over in the Middle East because he thought they had weapons of mass destruction. Can you believe that? The Middle East, weapons of mass destruction. How did you come to that conclusion? I don't know, but they've been over there since. So it's time to pull out of the Middle East. No question about that. It's overtime. It's past due. And what we need to be directing our energies and efforts on right now is Asia and Africa, because China is embedded in Asia in Africa, and they're running this train. They're taking things over. Let's go run train about who we got. He said, send soldiers back. Terry Fleming, he said, send soldiers back into the war. No, we don't want to do that. We want to stay the heck out of it. Y'all, let me tell you, we want to stay the heck out of the Middle East, okay? And let them have some, you know how to say peace in the Middle East? Let them have some peace. Because we done been there 20 years and we ain't got nothing accomplished for it. You know what I'm saying? All we got is heartache and pain, major pain. And we lost a whole lot of money coming out of Afghanistan, okay, in Afghanistan. So I don't want the United States nowhere near the Middle East unless they try to attack us or something, okay? Then we're going to get back with it. But what we need to do right now is focus on Africa, and we need to focus on Asia. Those are the hotbeds, and those are the country or the continents that China is fully embedded and taking over a whole lot of territory. Let's go right there. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, Bobby, we only had 2,000 military advisors over there. Okay, 2,000 military advisors over there in Afghanistan, and they pull up. That's all they got now. I think they had a lot more than that. Military men. Okay, I see what you're saying. At first, we only had 2,000 military men over there, and then they pulling all them troops over there. Just fight. That's how it starts. It starts off slow. It starts off low, and then they continually increase. Yeah. So we need to learn when it's time to pull out. You know, sometimes it's time to hold them, and then it's time to fold them. Remember Kenny Rogers' song? Got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. So we dropped the ball on this. These troops should have been gone right after Bush found out there was no weapons of war mass destruction. They should have been pulled out. But no, we staying in there. Because you know why we staying there? If you really want to know the truth about why we stayed in Afghanistan, wasn't not necessarily Bush's decision to stay. Monte, baby. Yeah. I just told you a minute ago, one of my buddies was making big time money, $10,000 a month. Money! That's where the money was, and that's where a lot of people had contracts. I'm going to Afghanistan. I got me a big old money, man. That's why we kept it so long. Money is the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, let's go round train. Who we got? Job, yeah. What's up, Jess? How you doing, man? You good? You good? You good? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for stopping by today. He said, "What's up, Denise family and friends? Hey, we doing good, man. So glad to see you. We doing better since we seen you. You all right, man?" James is out there in Alabama, man. He having the time of his life. The time of his life. He got his family there, man. Got a beautiful Filipino wife and beautiful Filipino children. He got a great business, having a good time. Good to see you, James. We doing good, man. Round train about who we got? James, he said, I say, grow some balls and bomb. Yeah, man. They need to get them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like James. I mean, that's something like somebody come in your house to kick your door down. What you gonna do? Sit there and say, "Come on, dude." Now we're gonna go after them with everything you got, right? And so that's what we need to do, man. They messed up. They took out some lives, military lives. We'll never get those guys back. They lost their lives, and so we need to make that nation pay. Okay. I don't care. We said, well, the Taliban didn't do that, bobbieD. ISIS-K did. How can we determine who's ISIS-K and who's Taliban? We can't determine it, right? So everybody in that nation got to pay. Let's go round town, bobbieD. Who we got? Who? He said, the U.S. bombed Japan twice. A lot of people don't know Japan bombed Pearl Harbor twice. So yes, get all our people out, then bomb every airport, every water facility, make the whole country useless. That's what I said. Bomb them, man. You know, be nice until we get our people out. After we get our people out, it's time for some retaliation. Every major airport, every major city should be bombed to the ground. You say, well, Bob, you're going to kill a lot of innocent people. No, not necessarily. The United States has the technical capability of aiming their targets, their bombs, at everything in pinpoint precision. Okay? They can minimize. There will be some casualties of war, of course, but they will minimize it, okay? Because they know the targets where they have already know exactly where to hit them and hit them where it hurts. And when we hit them, I would say United States need to barricade that nation. Don't send any help to them. Don't do nothing to them for at least 30 to 60 days. And then we might want to give them some humanitarian help after that. We got to teach these people a lesson. When you mess with the United States, you're going to get some payback. Let's go right train. Who we got? Hold on, y'all. My system messed up. Michael Coffee needs. Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing, brother? So good to see. He said, bobbieD, I will never travel to the Middle Eastern countries. My lady friend and OFW Filipino was killed in Kuwait back in 2015. From there. Okay, yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of OFWs have a hard time. OFWs, if you don't know, are official of overseas Filipino workers. They go overseas to earn money and they send it back home because they can't make a lot of money here in the Philippines. So what happens, guys, when the overseas or OFW workers go to these various countries, especially in the Middle East, they have a tendency to treat them very, very badly. And they abuse them and they use them. And a lot of time they wind up being not surviving. They just take them out. So yeah, and that happens a lot, man. So I feel for the OFWs. They want the money. They need the money, but they don't need the abuse. Ron Train bobbieD, who we got? James, he said Biden just hit the reset button. We back to Al Qaeda, ISIS, and Taliban. Yeah, that's what we back to, man. But you know what, man? We got to be ready for them. They're going, as soon as we come out of Afghanistan, the Taliban's going to take it over. The Taliban going to do what they did before, try to figure out how to get back at us. They probably already got it on everything. Their plans are planning already now. But you know what? We have to get out of that country, but we also have to be vigilant and more diligent at watching out for when they try to attack us. That's the way we're going to have to defend ourselves now. We can't go over there and occupy the territories anymore. We found out that did not work. Occupied Afghanistan for 20 years. We got nothing to show for it but body bags and pain. Let's go, Ryan Train, bobbieD, Leasing One Nation. Who we got? Michael Coffee. Need some coffee. bobbieD, hello. Kuwait authorities tried to cover it up and said OFW Filipino committed suicide, but she was killed over there from this. Right. Yeah, Nurse Mike, I did a story maybe 2-3 years ago now about another OFW that was killed. They killed this lady. They took her out by putting her in. They killed her. The people that were her employers, they took care of her and then put her in the freezer. And they left the apartment, left the freezer, and the new people that came in, opened the freezer and found the body. They do this, man. This is something people do. And Middle East people have no concept or respect for life, humanity. It's like killing the people, like putting some tissue in a wastebasket. That's how it is. That's how life is to them. That's why you see all of these suicide bombers. Life means nothing to most of those Middle East people. It don't mean nothing. If you be a suicide bomber, you can go to Mecca and you can have 15,000 virgins waiting for you when you get up there. I'm lying to tell. Let's go round train, bobbieD. Who we got? James, he said, France found ISIS mixed in with the Afghans being pulled up. Okay. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what's going to happen here. A lot of these people, we're going to be pulling in some of these terrorists. And so we have to, when we get them over to these places, we have to fully vet them, discover their background. Where did you come? Get the interpreters in there. Sir, where did you grow up? And determine with a friend and then check them out. We want to, if we pulling in and we know they're terrorists, they bring them over here, put them in jail, lock them up, put them in a detention camp so they can't do nothing crazy. Okay, let's go. Ryan Train, bobbieD. Who we got? Michael Coffee. Need some coffee. So bobbieD, hello. Be careful when you are an USA citizen traveling to these Middle Eastern countries. Watch your back. Yeah, man. I wouldn't. Only country I would probably want to go see out there is Dubai and Abu Dhabi. That's it. All the rest, I could care less. Let's go around check. Who we got? Paul, he said, I need to light them up like the 4th of July and lock them down. Show them you can't mess with us. America, red and white and blue, all the way. There you go, man. Hey, let's take care of this America interest. Let's do some payback, okay? And I don't mean payback just to pay back. They did us wrong. You say, how did they do us wrong? They did us wrong, man. We've been in that country 20 years. Giving them money, giving them training, giving them weapons, helping them build this, helping them build billions and trillions of dollars we put in that country. Okay? And we try to pull our people out peacefully. And they suicide bombers. That's the height of disrespect. That's the height of animosity that these people had in their hearts toward us. Okay? And we're supposed to just walk away and say, okay, it's okay, y'all, bye. Now, when we get our people out, bomb them, man. I'm telling you, I will bomb them for a whole month. And when they get through with that, when they get through that bomb, I don't care if they're in the mountain, they're gonna be hurt. They're gonna be some hurt on them because they're gonna have to rebuild everything we tore down. Let's go, Ryan Train Bobby. Who we got? Michael Coffee. He said, Bobby, hi. My Filipino OFW friend was over there trying to make more money for her family. Then was killed over there. Yeah, that's what happens, man. You know, overseas Filipino workers, you know, like Cecilia and Lorna May, they have a hard time. You know, if they get the wrong employer, their lives can be very, very hard over there. But thank goodness, Sincerely M has a good employer, and Lorna May had a good employer as well. Lorna May is here now. Ride Train Bobby, who we got? Michael Carr. He said, Bobby, she was killed for nothing. They tried to take advantage of some OFW. Yeah, they do that all the time, man. They do that all the time. Let's go, Ride Train bobbieD. Hello, God bless and be with all the ladies and women, guys, men riding the love train. Thanks so much. Keep it free. Thanks so much, Nurse Mike. Ride Train bobbieD, leasing one nation. Smooth. He said, what's happening now is why Obama did not pull the troops. What's happening now is why Obama didn't pull. I don't know why Obama didn't pull the troops. I don't know why. I really don't. He said, but what's happening now is why, because we would give the country to them. I don't know. What do you mean what's happening now? Is you mean that Obama didn't pull the troops because he was scared that Taliban would take over? Or, you know, I don't know why I don't know why Obama didn't pull the troops. You know, I really don't know the reason why, but he knows it and he has to deal with that. Bush should have pulled the troops, but he let them stay. And Obama, for some reason, just continued what Bush was doing. And so Obama had to deal with it too, man. He got to deal with them deaths on his watch. And so does Bush. And now Biden, you know, Orange Man had to deal with the deaths on his watch too. So all of these presidents have something to do with this, what's happening now. Ryan Train Bobby Lee, One Nation. He said, Americans have bombs that can make those mountains tumble. Yeah, man, we got that stuff, man. But you know, if we use it, the world will condemn us. We could use the atom bomb, all kind of stuff, man, but we can't do that because it would be inhumane and the whole world would start coming down on us for doing such a thing. Let's go, Ryan Track. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, they've been fighting over 2,000 years. How long was America willing to stay over there? They're happy to see their God. You can't kill a fighting spirit. No, man, you can't. That's what I said, you know, to them, I told you just a few minutes ago that Middle Eastern people have a different concept of life, of what it means to live, and they have a different concept of what it means to die. Dying means nothing to them. Living means even nothing to them. What means something to them? Allah. That's it. They do whatever Allah say or whatever they think the preacher man over this about Allah say that Allah say. Okay? Because most of the people over there are ignorant. Yeah, they don't know how to read. They listen to people and people tell them what to say, and they tell them what to do, and they get all they know is kill America, kill America. That's all they know because of the propaganda those people tell them. Ryan Train Bobby Lee, see who we got. What's up, Dream? He said, failure to plan is planning failure. Yes, sir, man. Biden made a critical error. He failed to plan. Not only Biden, but you go trace it back to the prior presidents. All of them did. You know, and I told you the main reason why we were in Afghanistan all this time, it wasn't for no weapons of mass destruction. It wasn't for no honor. You know what's for? Monte. War is always big money involved. And when big business see that they can make some money, they're going to find a way, make a way, shake away, take away to keep that war going. Let's go, Ryan Train Bobby. Who we got? John Thomas in the house. He said, Michael Coffee. She was working in Saudi Arabia. I think he said Kuwait. She was working in Kuwait. Ryan Train Bobby, who we got? Terry Fleming. If we bring Afghanistan to America, we would end up with suicide bombers in American turf, and we only had military advisors over there, not soldiers. Okay, we had military advisors over there, but a lot of them military advisors got shot. And a lot of them military, we had soldiers over there too. They were fighting too, Terry. We had people over there. I don't know if we have people over there, military people over there now, but we did at one point have soldiers over there. He said, if we bring Afghans to America, we will end up with suicide bombers on American turf. And we don't. I think a part of that's correct because, as we talked about a few minutes ago, there are some ISIS people that are infiltrating with the regular American city or Afghanistan that want to come over to playing like they were helping America when they got out of the plans, you know. So yeah, there's gonna be some of that. There's no question about that. There will be some that come over here with the bad intentions of getting back at America. Okay, that's understood. And then there'll be some that are just glad to get out of the country and try to live a new life. But yeah, that's to be expected. And that's just a part of living in the world we live in, man. That's called living in a terroristic world, living in a world where people don't care about life. They don't care about you. And you know, that's a part of our nation right now. Look at all the killings we have in America. Yep. Look at all the mass shootings. Our own people are doing it, man. Terrorizing our own people. Every week, how many mass shootings have we had so far this year? Oh man. More than I can think of. You know, it's like one every week, almost averaging. So yeah, it's part of the world we're in. Everything's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Okay. But the one thing I want to say this: when we do bring Afghanistan people to America, they will have more advantages than many Americans. You think I'm playing with you? They're gonna have free food, free place to stay. They're gonna give money in their pocket. They ain't gonna have to work. All kind of stuff benefit they got for them coming, man. So they're gonna be living large. And you know what, man? After 20 years of giving them money, we still got to fit the bill. You know, that's something ain't right with that. Let's go round train about who we got. He said, Terry Fleming said this war was politically just like Vietnam. The rich gets richer. Yeah, that's it, man. I told you, the main reason for war is monte. Somebody's gonna make some money off the tanks, off the guns, off the bullets, off the uniforms, off the shoes. Somebody's making monte. And they don't want to stop that money. So they're going to find a way, make a way, shake away, take away to keep that war going so the money can keep flowing. I told you, my buddy, man, he had working in Afghanistan making $10,000 a month. All he was doing was fixing computers, you know, computer tech. 10,000. I think he stayed over there. He thought 2 or 3 months, and he got the heck back home. He got scared. It was every day. It was a bomb sound. He said, "I got tired of it." Let's go round here. We got Terry. He said, "We can't bomb them like that. We will draw more countries into conflict." Yeah, we have to be careful. We can't bomb them now because we can bomb them now, but because they took out some lives. Okay, we can retaliate. All countries will respect us for a form of retaliation towards that country. But the nuke bomb and the atomic bomb, we can't do that. That's not. We're going to get condemnation from all nations of the world if we do go that far. Let's go around Terry. He said, ISIS didn't do the bombing on 9/11. Saudi Arabia had a big part of it. That's what I keep hearing, but I don't see the proof on it. You know, people keep saying, "Well, Saudi Arabia did." Saudi Arabia. I haven't seen no proof that they did it. But you know, that's what they're saying, man. I keep hearing people saying they did it, but I haven't seen the proof behind it yet. And if we do find the proof, we need to break ties with Saudi Arabia. You know, it's been 9/11 behind what 20 years now, and we still ain't found out who did that as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned. Ryan Train Bobby, who we got? Smooth. He said, I wanted to do ISIS know the name of the group was a Greek goddess, but then I researched it. She was a mighty goddess who had lots of power and she was fearless. Okay. I don't know nothing about that. I know one thing. I don't know where the term ISIS originated from, but so you saying it came from a Greek? Okay, maybe. Ryan Train Bobby, who we got? Terry Fleming, he said Afghans believe in the same God as the Taliban and ISIS. They follow the same tenets as all of the rest. Yeah, they believe in that stuff. They believe in the Muslim. They have a lot of Muslim beliefs, but a lot of the Muslim beliefs are not the true Muslim belief. Okay, they take it beyond and they interpret the writings of the Quran rather, in a different manner. And so that's why they're justifying people killing and all like that. But the Quran is if you've ever read the Quran, I don't know if you have or not, it's a very peaceful book. It's not about killing and all like that. But that's how they interpret it. Yeah. I'm not a Muslim, never have been, but I have read certain portions of it. But it always, the Quran was a very humble and honorable book, and they are making it a tragedy of a great book. Round check about who we got. Jerry Fleming, he said China and Russia won't stand for America bombing the Middle East. China can kiss my butt. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that, China. Sorry about that, my China views. But yeah, man, they can kiss my grits. I don't care. You know, and Russia could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about Russia or China, what they care. Do what they care about them. I mean, I bombed up to them. No, I'm just kidding, man. But I see your point. Yeah, no. They will condemn us, and not only China and Russia, but all of our allies would condemn us as well. Great Britain, France, you know, as well, because that would be inhumane to nuke and, you know, stuff like that. But we will bomb, we will retaliate. I guarantee you, if Joe Biden is a man of his word and he never forget, we will retaliate for the loss of the lives. Okay, that's it, man. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. We got to go. We got to go. We got. Hey, be back, man. I'll be back stronger and longer. Y'all be back with me. And I'm missing Murphy Hayes. Y'all seen Murphy? Let him know I'm looking for him now. I ain't seen him in a few days. I hope you're all right. I'm gonna check up on him. I got it's been real. It's been real. It's been real. But I got to go. I got to go. Got to. Saying. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. This is bobbieD saying take care. God bless. And peace. See y'all next time. Have a blessed day. And I holler at you later. Okay.